Hi everyone, this is your first part of the first part of your review for your DSA 1.1. Let's get started. Okay, so there's three sections within this one review. So part A is going to be focusing on translating algebraic phrases. So we're going to review this concept. Translating an algebraic phrase into a two-step expression. And then we have the instructions. Translate this phrase into an algebraic expression. 64 decreased by twice Goran's score. Use the variable g to represent Goran's score. Okay, so this being said, if it's 64 decreased by, that means we're subtracting away from 64. So our solution here is going to be 64 minus, and then we're told twice Goran's score. Well, twice is an indication of multiplication, and we're also told to use letter G to represent Goran's score. So 64 minus twice Goran's score. There's our solution to the first expression. Our second one says 14 more than twice Greg's score. So more than is an indication of addition. So we're going to say 14 plus, and then here we have multiplication again, twice Greg's score. So 2 times Greg's score. On the next screen, you're going to get some practice problems to try on your own. But in case you need it, here's also a review of all of the phrases and what math operation they connect to. So for example, sum, plus, added to together, total of, combined, both, all together. All of those are phrases that go with addition. Multiplication has product, multiplied, times, of, double, triple, and so forth, even twice as we saw in the last one, and so forth as you can see for subtraction and division. So you can pause and copy this down here if you'd like. What I'd like you to do here is actually answer the following questions. So the first one is going to be 1. Translate this phrase into an algebraic expression. 16 increased by twice Greg's height. And 2, 4 more than the product of 8 and Victor's saving. Remember what operation the word product indicates. And if you don't remember, try and look back at the last slide. Now we're on to the second part of this particular review. So part B, identifying solutions to linear equations. For each value of u, determine whether it is a solution to -2 equals u divided by 3 minus 8. So I'm going to do -3 and 18, and you are going to do -30 and 6. So right now I'm testing if -3 is a solution, yes or no. So I replace u with -3, and I solve to see if it equals -2. So -3 divided by 3 is equal to -1, and -1 minus 8 comes down. And I already know that -1 minus 8 is not equal to -2. That is a no. Now we're going to test out with not with -30, with 18. So -2 is equal to 18 over 3 minus 8. 18 divided by 3 is 6, minus 8. And negative 2 is in fact equal to 6 minus 8. So while negative 3 was not a solution, 18 is a solution. I'm going to pause here and I want you to try and do the same for negative 30 and positive 6. I'm going to do this again just in case I wasn't fully recording. So we're testing 7 and negative 10. So I have 13 is equal to 1 minus 2 times 7. 13 is equal to 1 minus 2 times 7. That becomes a negative 14. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Bring down my 1. 1 minus 14 is negative 13. And therefore, no, 7 is not a solution to this equation. I'm now going to replace 7 with negative 10 to see if that is a solution to this equation. So I replace that with negative 10. Negative 2 times negative 10 is a positive 20. 1 plus 20 is 21, and therefore negative 10 is also not a solution to this equation. So what we're going to do now is pause here, and you are going to solve and check if negative 6 or positive 8 is a solution to the equation. Okay, and now we're on to the last part of this review, solving for a proportion in the form of x over a is equal to b over c. Okay, so to solve for our proportion, first let me rewrite it and hopefully that it writes a little bit better this time. The first thing we need to do here is cross multiply. 4 times 3 becomes 12, and y times 7 becomes 7y. In order to solve for y, we must divide both sides by 7. And 12 divided by 7, let's see here. That's going to be 1 point, what's my remainder? 5. $1.71428. But alas, it says round my answer to the nearest tenth. So our final answer here is 1.71, rounded to the nearest tenth. Final answer. I'm going to do one more example, and then you guys are going to try some on your own to close out this review. So for our second example, we have V. We have V divided by 7 is equal to 5 divided by 13. When we cross multiply, we get 35 is equal to 13 times V. When we divide both sides by 13, we get, let's see, it's less than 3. It's close to 3 though. We get 2.692. And rounded to the nearest tenth. Oh, last time I rounded to the nearest hundredth, didn't I? This is supposed to be rounded to the nearest tenth. So rounded to the nearest tenth, V is going to equal 2.7, rounded to the nearest tenth correctly. All right, and now I want you to try the next set on your own. Please answer the following questions. 1, 1, and 2. Okay, now to end your review, you need to complete an exit ticket for the first part of this review lesson and complete assignment DSA 1.1A review. All right, thank you. Do both of these.